Hi everybody, this is Alchemist2 and I'm back again with another movie review. I just recently got to see the film Ex Machina, which I thought was really quite philosophical, disturbing, unsettling, and a very heady mixture of a cautionary tale, basically. It's very similar to a lot of other cautionary tales that we have read before. Think Asimov, Kubrick, and the like. Even Metropolis, the original Metropolis, that film in and of itself was a movie that ends in a similar way. Well, this was done in such a way that I thought was really fascinating. The there are not that many characters involved in this particular film, and it's done by an independent company. The big film company responsible for it was Lionsgate, and then you had 4Film and DNA, which are independent companies, but they did really a stupendous job on this. And Nathan, he is a man who's created something that is revolutionary and also kind of sketches the boundaries of what's ethically correct in how one uses technology or robotics. It makes me think of a lot of anime that I've seen that's similar to this, especially Chobits. Chobits and Ghost in the Shell, it reminds me of that, even though Ghost in the Shell is more about escapism. Like Paprika is also along this line, but we're getting into some really heady territory there, based off of psychology and just technology and humanity, and where does technology end and humanity begin. This is all based on the Turing test. If you know anything about a Turing test, the Turing test is what consists of if a person goes into a room and they are face to face with an AI, and the AI doesn't come across as an AI but more human. And there's a lot of symbolism and allegory that occurs within the story. Like Ava, of course, is Eve, and Adam takes the guise of Caleb, who won the contest to begin with, from his boss, who invites him to Alaska, to his home, which is very secluded and just on the outskirts of everything. It's in the woods. There are no other real people there, as far as we know. We see other people living there, like his housemate Kyoko, who doesn't speak much English, but we learn a little bit more about Kyoko, and yeah, things get a little bit strange there. But Ex Machina is really an incredible film. It's a philosopher's movie. It is a thinking film. It is a movie that will engage your mind and that'll make you think and wonder how far is too far. I am a futurist, don't get me wrong. I love technology. I don't like this whole idea of letting technology get to the point where it can recognize who I am, and I feel like I've been violated in some way in that sense. And they've already done the facial recognition. They have a hotel in Japan called the Hen Hotel, which hen means strange, and that makes sense because it is very unusual. They have these concierges that are basically AI, and in the back of my mind, my fangirl mind is going, "Hey, Chobits is real," and then my realistic mind says, "Oh dear God, no." So my fangirl mind and my realistic brain are in combat with each other, saying, "Why is this happening? Which is going to come out victorious, and why should there be a battle about this?" No, I don't think there should be a competition or war involved in this sort of issue, because it's just like, I've mentioned before in many of my prior videos, we're all in this together. We all share the same planet. We should rely on each other rather than on our technology. It's akin to what Greg Braden often says in his lectures, that we perceive of ourselves as so highly evolved and sophisticated, and we're at the epoch. We're actually at the apex of our evolution. When we go back, and I'm reading a book about the Great Pyramids. The Great Pyramids themselves, the cement that they used, the cement that was fashioned, it's not native to the the materials that are indigenous, or what I would consider native to the area. It's very troubling and perplexing to think that, but we don't know anything. We are on the precipice of, well, we're inundated with information, and the more we know, the less we understand, I think. And that's one thing about technology, and that's why this movie gives me such consternation and pause. It's one of those things that, as a budding philosopher myself, I believe in humanity versus machines. And I want to see a future where people can have camaraderie and coexist rather than get at each other's throats so much. It's just really too sad when people don't get along. But in the end, I'm not going to say what happens in the end, but it's very Kubrickian and Asimovian. It's reminiscent of 2001 and Metropolis, and just things that we've seen in The Matrix and Ghost in the Shell. And Hollywood has taken this idea and repeated it. It's just a way to say, hey, wake up, don't trust technology too much. And then my friend was watching it with me. He said, never trust a beautiful woman or a lonely midget. I thought, yeah, that's very eloquently said, my friend. And then I added to that, and always be aware of the quiet ones. Never trust the quiet ones. Like with the Drop, when I did the review of that. But Ex Machina is really extremely well done. It's a great film. It's a slow movie. I mean, there's not a lot of action adventure going on. The twist ending is really not so much a twist, because we've seen it before. It's something that is done quite a bit in Hollywood anyway, even though this is an independent film. I give it 4 stars out of 5. There could have been a lot more that was done with it, I think. It could have exposed some more territory, seeing how far technology could actually be pushed, and boundaries and everything, ethics. Yeah, I really find that to be fascinating, and also very frightening and uncomfortable. I give it 2 thumbs up. And there wasn't anybody I knew. The main guy who played Nathan, he's played bit roles before, but he wasn't in anything I really recognized. But they all played sensational roles. There's nudity in it, but I didn't think that. It was innocent. I felt that there wasn't really anything. I mean, there's some kind of suggestibility and innuendos that happen. That it's nothing that would be, considered pornographic in any way, shape, or form. It's more art for art's sake, and it's done to show a transformation and just this evolution, this natural evolution that I think, I don't know if I'm comfortable with that. I just don't want to see us become androids, AI, etc. A lot of us, I think, with all the replacements that we get, are somewhat cyborg. Like in Armitage the Third, and her partner is not entirely human. He has robotic parts, and Salty Ray's the same way. But like I said, there are just so many different titles that are similar to this, and it really makes you think and gives you a lot of pause. But other than that, I really adore this film, and like I said, if it had gone into more territory, I would have given it higher marks. But 4 stars still. It's really stellarly done. It's astronomical, and it's really a film that will give you a lot to ponder. And a lot of movies are lacking that. It's more of a film that's intellectual, and so is the dialogue. The dialogue is very verbose, and it's also it sounds like something that you would hear at a robotics convention, and yeah, it's high level stuff, and it's extremely interesting and just utterly terrifying at the same time.